Hey, welcome to Foley Friday week 5. Today we're going to be trying to make like a race car noise, okay? And I'm going to do a little bit of kind of more processing than usual this week. I'm going to try to make it have a Doppler effect, like it's zooming right past the camera, and so you get the but to try and get the engine sound, I don't have access to an awesome race car, stock car, or Indy car, or anything like that. So I'm going to use a trick that I have heard about and seen and tried, and I don't know how it's going to turn out, so this might be terrible, but we're going to have some fun. All right, what you do is you take a can, like aluminum can of something. In this case, I've got a Soda Shack, which has Shaquille O'Neal's face on it, and it's pretty adorable, I won't lie. There's only like one gas station near my house that sells it, and it's 99 cents. But this is not a drink review. We're making some noises. So what you do is you take a can. You do it with any can. I just like the bigger one because I think it's a little bit more resonant. And you kind of crush it down. Okay? All right. So what that's going to do is that's going to give you like a metallic buzzing sound. Okay, and that'll kind of simulate the sound that you hear in a race car engine. So, and then what you do, let me finish explaining first. Then what you do is you kind of like hum or yell into it. You'll have to try it to see exactly what I'm talking about. It took me just a second to figure it out. But yeah, so let me put my headphones on and we will check this out, see what it sounds like. All right, here we go. Woo. That little metallic-y vibrating bit at the end was pretty good. Each time I blow right at the beginning, there's a big crack from all that air going in, so probably have to edit that down a little bit. But the main thing I want is that body, that I'm just going to do maybe one or two more times, and then we'll get to editing it. Oh my gosh. Makes me feel like my throat is dry. All right, one more. I don't think my throat can take any more. Why do I not have water? Oh my gosh, I feel like a politician. Huh? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, whatever. Okay, here we go. All right, some crackles on that one. Don't know how usable that'll be. Let's go try it out. See if we can get some Doppler shift effects going, and we'll talk more about that in the editing process. Yeah, all right. Hey, so we've got our raw sounds, and I'm going to throw those up on freesound.org. But I was really interested in processing these a little further, and so I'm going to also have a couple processed ones up as well, and I'm going to show you how one of those is made. So I'm in Reason today. Reason was like my first real platform. I've been using Reason since version 1. I really enjoy it. It's always a lot of fun, and it's got some effects that I really like to use from time to time. So I pulled in one of the samples. It's the third one. If you download the one file, it's got them all joined together, but it's the third one, and I have it chopped up on my computer here. So. But all I did is I stretched it out, and if I click on this, you can see, I transpose it down half an octave, or 6 semitones. Okay, so it gives it just a little bit lower sound. And I did some other effects, but first let's hear what it sounds like, okay? I'm generally happy with that. I think it sounds pretty good. So let's flip over to our effects rack, press F6. To go over there. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to bypass everything so we can just work through this together. And I'm going to mute this. This is one of the whooshes that was recorded in the last Foley Friday, just to give a little extra sense of something passing by. But I'm going to bypass everything. We'll go through, talk about what I did, why I did it, and hopefully learn something. All right, so just the raw sound with, actually, let's go to the mixer channel first. I automated the fader and the pan so that the sound gets progressively louder as it passes you. It's at as the sound appears to pass you anyway. It's at its loudest point, and it's centered, okay? So we're going from left to right. So see, that's the automation. Pretty simple stuff. Doesn't sound amazing. Sounds a little like a moped right now, which is not what we're going for. Okay, so I meant to go to the effects rack. So first thing I threw in here was a pitch shifter, right? And I kept some of the dry signal, and I have a copy of it pitched an octave down and 2 octaves down. Okay, and mixed in at a reasonable level here. So so let's hear what that's done to the sound so far. Okay, so that just gets us a little bit more low-end rumble, you know, sounds more like what an actual car might sound like. I'm going to skip Neptune for now, actually. I'm going to go to Scream 4 first. I'm going to turn this on, and I use this to do some sound shaping to get it even more car-like. I put it on the modulate Scream setting and played around with this until I got something I liked, and I applied a little bit of EQ also in the cut section here. And I'll write all these settings in the description if you want to do exactly what I did. But okay, so let's hear what it sounds like with this Scream distortion unit now. All right, that sounds a lot more car-like already. Now, the thing I did next is I believe I said earlier, I want to apply the Doppler effect. And a lot of people don't understand what the Doppler effect is. They think it just means like, oh yeah, sound is quieter when it's further away from you and close and louder the closer it is to you. Or they have some other misconceptions. But the Doppler effect really says that as an object is moving, an object that's making sound, as it approaches you, it sounds higher in pitch than it really is. And as it leaves you, it sounds lower in pitch than it really is. So what I did is I pulled in the Neptune pitch shifter, which is propeller head's kind of take on the auto-tune thing. It's not the most transparent unit, but it works for what we're doing here. So let me turn that on. And I had it bend 2 semitones, or 1 whole step up and down over the course of this. So now we'll get a little bit of that sound, okay? Let's check it out. Okay, so that's just doing some pitch bending, adding our Doppler effect. Next, I have a filter, and this is just to enhance that effect that I just used, okay? So it starts out with cutting some low frequency, then adds it back in, and you hear the whole frequency as the object passes in front of you. And then the high frequency will start clamping down, and it'll filter that out, and we'll just hear the low end of it. So like I said, it'll just intensify the effect we've already added with Neptune. So let's listen to that. Okay, pretty subtle. I just have it in there because it works. All right, and then I have a reverb unit with a pretty spacious sound because you usually don't have a car or motorcycle in an intimate setting like a bedroom, so like a nice little small room verb wouldn't work. So I have something a little bit bigger, and I've automated it so that as it sounds further away, you get more of the reverb signal, so it sounds like it's out in an actual atmosphere. As it passes by you, it should be pretty much dry. It sounds like it's right there in front of you, and then it goes back up to the wet signal again, reverbed. So if I add that back in, you should just get a little bit of a sense of space. And that's pretty much it, actually. I added in this whoosh that I recorded last week. I think I already told you about that. But that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, just feel free to write in the comments. Ask me. I'm happy to answer. If you like what I'm doing, just go ahead, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. All right, thanks.